And welcome back to Magic and Miracles, where you learn how to be the magician of your life. My name is Anna, and I'm your most favorite manifestation life energy coach under the sun. Reason why there's no such coaching program like my coaching program, because I've developed it myself during the last 9 years that I've been a coach. And nobody, but nobody on planet Earth, no such coach exists, okay, that spends as much time as I do with my clients, with them and on them. The amount of deep diving that I do with them, the amount of hand holding, the amount of real kind of understanding what they're going through, which is why I'm able to be so effective with them. Said this before, you really have to care about helping people in order to be a coach. And I definitely resonate with all of my clients and understand exactly what they need, because I've been through a situation similar. Like, I don't know what happens. Everything that comes to me in coaching, either I've been through it myself or I know exactly how to deal with it because I've already helped, like, I don't know, probably thousands of people already in the 9 years that I was a coach. So I offer two packages. In order to be in coaching with me, you need to pre-book, okay, sign the coaching agreement by hand, print your name, dated, and communicate with me and tell me when you are available for the first session. In the first session, we discuss what you want to work on. Each session is an hour, by the way. Everything's recorded in my coaching for posterity, for your notes, for my notes that I take a truckload of, quite frankly. I mean, everybody gets a notepad, sometimes a second notepad, depending how long you're in coaching with me. And everything is interesting to me about you, because I want to understand the person that's coming in into my coaching so that I can step into your shoes and literally channel. Like, I already know how to coach people, but on top of it, I'm a channel for what it is exactly that you need to do. So sometimes I'll be in session, and I haven't talked about this because people already think I'm a braggart. I'm not. I'm just speaking the truth as usual. That, in the moment something comes to me in a session and I'm inspired to give that something to this person, I may be inspired in between our sessions to leave you a voice note and things like that, that is direct communication to you, what you want to experience and achieve. So I'm a very intuitive, and this is why I started calling myself the energy coach, because this is what I do. I channel what it is exactly that you need. And on top of it, in coaching with me, we don't just do the deep dive. We don't just process your emotions, which is, hi, Ketvi. Hi. We don't just process emotions, which is a very powerful technique that I started out talking on YouTube like 2 years ago. I'm so glad that everything is dated on my on my YouTube channel. Anyway, on top of it, you get all the knowledge that I have accumulated. Starting at age 12, I've experimented like quite a bit with the energy work, with spells. And what spells are is literal energy work, okay? You really starting with your own energy. So your own energy has to really level up, okay? Most certainly so, if you're not experiencing your manifestations right now. And then you are empowered. And this, like I said in the audio, reminding everybody of the live, it cannot be that you're working with bad energy. If you're working with bad energy, meaning, to cause somebody harm, and unless you're a psychopath, you understand that you're causing somebody harm, then it will return to you. But likewise, if you are doing it with the highest vibration possible, and we're going to talk about this in this live, miracles will return to you. I don't know how else to say it, like marvelous miracles. So people who are benevolent and don't understand, this principle where they feel like, well, it isn't fair. It isn't fair that, I all of a sudden let go of this because it was painful, it was harmful, etc. And I understand that part, and we work through that part in coaching like intensively, I would say. There's a lot of that going on. And I understand it, I get it, but also understand that this is what's completely blocking all your manifestations. Let me get a sip of my lemon water. Today, I apologize for being tardy, but my Wet n Wild eyeliner fell into the sink. My beloved eyeliner fell into the fucking sink, and my assistant had to run out in the closest thing. So here's a review of eyeliner. Elf is no good. Look at this brush. It's like I barely like managed this brush. Look at this brush. You see what I'm working with? It's just a thin situation. It was very difficult. So this is, in the à la poubelle, in the garbage, as French say. So I'm gonna start, reviewing eyeliners now. The best eyeliner so far for me, honestly, Wet n Wild for $5.99 in your drugstore somewhere. So anyway, jokes aside though, this is what we work on in coaching, and I teach you again everything that I learned with magic spells, which I was hesitant to talk about on YouTube for the fear of, people, the religious people in particular, who are really obsessed with letting everybody know that they should not claim their power. I don't know how that works, like exactly. I guess because, and I understand it because I've been raised, into religions also, but understand that this is a backwards thinking, and it's time to, undrill this fear of your power, I would say, completely, and start really revolutionizing your life. So all the packages are below. The signature is the one that I recommend. 2 to 3 months in this package of coaching with me, you will never be the same. You'll just never be the same. I don't know what happens. I think my energy affects people in coaching on top of everything. And if you let me do my work and guide you through this process, you will succeed. Now, everybody's success comes in layers. So understand, if you have a lot of stuff to do, and if we achieved an energy shift within your consciousness, that you're no longer pissed off, you're no longer angry, you're no longer angry with people that done you wrong, like, I don't know, 30 years ago, and things like that, okay? That's an achievement in and of itself. So wherever you are on the trajectory of your manifestational game, I would definitely recommend to start, though, with something very specific, like what is your vibe? And so if I'm able to achieve this shift for you, I consider my job done. Now the manifestations will follow. All you have to do then is be disciplined enough to continue. Even after our coaching is done, you still need to continue to be disciplined. So let me just start with the topic today, celebrating the solution now. So anytime I turned anything around in my life, like literally on a dime, in a day, overnight, in a week, very short period of time, I listen, not for nothing, but I have to say something. I came to United States when I was 17 years old, and I had nobody and nothing here. I came here with like $600. So in a sense, I've learned to rely on myself only, and this drive that I've learned from that is irreplaceable. I don't know who I would fucking be today without that drive. Okay. And I'm saying this because I have enough determination, enough passion behind me because of this reliance upon myself only, that some people, quite frankly, have to cultivate. But I will explain to you what I did. So the work that you have to do to become this person who's disciplined and focused, and deliberate, this is a journey for you. Okay, the reason that you're not seeing manifestations right now, it may be a big chance of it is because you're not disciplined. And that's okay. It's just you need to work out the things out of your psyche that really fucking bother you today. Okay, I don't know how else to say it. You have to really make peace with all the drama, trauma, panorama. And I help people to do that in my coaching, like over and over and over and over and go. And I'm not even, and by the way, listen, guys, I know I've said that, I don't take reviews, la la la. I don't want to step over, anybody's privacy, and I don't. But, it would really help me out at this point in my game if you have something nice to say and if you've benefited from my coaching, directly or indirectly, like just listening to my, you know, podcast, you could say, my channel. I would appreciate if it's okay with you to put it in public, because I've been attacked lately and I've, been called things, and it would really mean the world to me if you justified my presence here. I do believe that I do a good job, but it's ever so remarkable to hear it, to have something that I could say, this is who I am, if that makes any sense. Now, I'm not going to ask you for it. I never do. I asked a couple of times and I felt really kind of like embarrassed afterward, because like, I shouldn't be fucking doing this. The person should do it themselves. But if you have something, I will post it. You don't have to disclose your name. You can be like something, something. You can go by another name. I don't care. But if you have something personable to share about my work, I would really appreciate it. And it would greatly benefit my work here. So whenever I turned things around, I became very specific, very focused. Especially, it's kind of like almost a militaristic thing within me, where I see a situation that needs to be resolved in a very short period of time. And under pressure, like some people break under pressure, under stress, I get really fucking focused. And I start, okay, what is it that I want to create instead? I'm faced with this, but clearly I don't like it. So I want something else. And so in my coaching, I teach people, and not for nothing, but for some people, it's actually something that they have not, involved themselves in, not spent time on identifying exactly what they want to do, to have, to achieve, to receive, do-ba-do, do-ba-do. It's so important. Once on paper, there's clarity about it. Now you know what you're after. Now you know what you're doing. If you're just kind of like, well, I don't like this problem. Okay, got it, but what do you want instead? So you really have to be really, really specific. Ketvi, it's okay. Somebody just asked me if I'm a transgender. I've been asked this question before. I don't mind. Ketvi, I don't mind. It's okay. No, I'm not. I've been asked this before. It's okay. You really need to specify what it is that you want. What the fuck do you want? Okay, got it. The problem, blah, 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 blah. But enough about the problem. Like in coaching, we cover the problem. I want to understand, why you created the problem, do, and your psyche and this and that. But then after we end the processing of the emotions, do, but at the same time, understand the more you stay with the drama, like the drama carries on, the show carries on, okay? And so look at it from the perspective of the kind of message you're sending out to the universe. So if you never start entertaining the solution, who on earth can give you what you want? You yourself don't know what the fuck you want. So it's very, very, very important to sit down, spend some time even. It might be undefined right now in your mind, but with time, maybe meditation, maybe, I don't know, entertaining things, looking around, social media, blah, 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 internet, you'll make up your mind and then sit down and write that shit down. Hi, you know something? I was hoping you'd be here. Hey, I just joined at that moment. There is no way you like at TG. I don't care. I don't mind. I've been asked that quite a bit. I don't know what it is about me, but I don't take it as an insult. I really don't. No, I'm not Asian. I'm Russian. I don't take it as an offense whatsoever. There must be something really strong with me. I see, like, for somebody to make a decision like that, like, you really have to be fucking powerful and don't give a shit enough. So I have all the admiration for people like that. So after you specifically decided this specific, sorry for the noise outside, can't do anything about it. Listen, one day, like, side note here, I know it's maybe kind of like unprofessional at the moment to have these noises and this and that, but this is my office. It's kind of like, this is New York, and maybe one day I'll build like a fucking studio that will be soundproof and this and that. But we're not there yet, okay? So anyway, Ketvi, you just repeated me verbatim. Yeah, that's so funny. Really? Oh my God, that's so funny. That is funny. Ketvi, we're one person. Oh, next week, sorry, really quick. Next week, you're not gonna want to miss it. Kat V and I, we're gonna go live together. This is gonna be fun party. I'm so serious. I'm gonna choose a really juicy topic, as if this one is not. Anyway, something says, yeah, people intimidated by your powerful energy. Yeah, there is that, but something though, I attract people, meaning like listeners, watchers, etc., and clients in particular. I've noticed this thread throughout my coaching, in particular on YouTube. Um, like seriously give off the same vibe, like a really powerful presence, but the person doesn't know how powerful they are. And so like for me, it's like so obvious, and so it becomes like a really, like I love bringing people to their power. I love it because I already see it in them, because like I don't know, they see something in me they already have, kind of deal. So anyway, they have, and this is why my work is so fucking rewarding. After you describe the specifics, then decide. Decide, darling, decide. This is it. This is it. This is what I have. My SP is gonna be like this, like this, like this, like this. This whole situation turns around in my favor, and here is how. Ba 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 ba. In fact, after you read through the list, you should be like, yes, this is it. This is my reality now. I am in this reality. Now, to the degree to which you can really accept that, this will happen automatically. Meaning like, in that reality you go, in that feeling you stay, and everything will reshuffle itself, as Neville used to say, and a new reality will be created around you. Okay, just like because of your decision. But for a lot of people, this little piece, what I just said, as long as you can accept it, okay, as fast as you can accept it, that this is a done deal. Just because you wrote it down and you decided, yes, this is what I want, it's a done deal. You really don't have to fucking stress or worry. It's going to come true. Stress and worry delays it. You don't have to worry. It's a waste of fucking time to stress and worry. Decide what you want, and zero in on this feeling like, oh yeah, this feels so much better than the fucking problem. It's so much more appealing to stay in this vibration of it's a fucking done deal and everything is in my favor. Now, it has to be believable to you. But that's the part, like I already said, that I'm working on in my coaching for people to, widen their horizon, open up their mind to like higher, bigger possibilities. Because if you can conceive of it, you can achieve it. Okay, I forget who said that. James Allen or Allen James, I forget, sorry, but somebody said that. And so the decision needs to be, and the decision, like I already mentioned, it has to be, something has to really energetically shift within you. And you will feel like an energy has left your body with precise instructions. Now, listen, people can call it, angels, guardian angels are going out there on your behalf, the God, tapped you on the shoulder, whatever the fuck you want to say, okay? And no disrespect to religion, it made me believe in things that are invisible, okay? But I feel like you really need to give yourself back the power. If you're religious and if you think only somebody on the outside can give you power, you're in for a major realization that will transform your life. So in that, that's the only kind of conflict there. So this energy comes out of your body and is powerful enough to really just shift you. I don't know how it happens. All I know is that's how it happens. You feel completely fused with this reality. Just a moment ago, you were crying, do-ba-do, maybe not crying, but upset, and this and that. And now that you've spoken out loud or you've written it down, or you don't have to speak it out loud, you can just read it, and as long as the feeling penetrates you that yes, this is exactly what I want, I'm so fucking excited about it. Like, you have to be excited. So if you believe it can happen to you, you're excited about it. Like, wouldn't that be fucking fantastic? Wouldn't that be fucking fantastic? Yeah, I know everything on the outside right now tells me it's a shit show situation. And I myself personally, I love shit show situations, and let me explain. I don't shy away from them. I learn a lot from them, but I want it to be on my terms. And yes, it might seem like whatever, something is going on, but I'm learning. So in the moment, if you can realize you're learning, this too shall serve you, and how can I turn it around in my favor? Okay, like, first of all, if you're a benevolent person, you've done nothing wrong, everything is going your way anyway. You just have to realize that shit. Okay, now if you're doing some nasty shit, nothing's gonna go your way. It's just the universe is not constructed that way. But if you innately know, yes, I'm a good person, I'm doing good, do this and that, I deserve the solution. And when I say deserve, okay, it's not defensive, but this is of my own vibration. This energy that I'm putting out there is of the vibration of my energy. This, whatever shit show situation, is not of my energy, and it doesn't belong. Do you see what I'm doing here? So something can come along and you can let it disturb you down to your heart, down to your core, down to your personality, this and that. Or you could say, oh, look, here's a challenge, here's an opportunity for me to have fun with it. And yes, I'm a person, I'm going to feel some kind of emotions, but as soon as I can focus on the solution and not drag this shit out and be unaffected, totally internally, completely unaffected by the situation, now you've reversed, because you can't have power if you have this situation have power over you. If you're accepting that you're powerless, somebody else is invited to take power. But you're in power, so even whatever kind of situation can come and present itself towards you, whatever kind of person, you're going to be like, excuse me, this is my reality, it's going my way, and this is how. And so this whole situation of psyching yourself into a new reality, before, not spending too much a time in the reality you don't prefer. It's just literally like walking out of one room and going into another. And so if you had the fucking solution, okay, and you focus on it and come up with ideas, what would you be doing now? If you had the solution, what would you be doing now? Would you be worried? Would you be upset? Would you be angry? Would you be all these other things? Or would you be in a world of a different kind where you feel like it's already here? So that's the whole entire shebang. Like, some people call it fooling the universe. You're not really fooling anybody. It's just you're choosing to transfer yourself to another parallel reality where you're already living out your shebang. So as quickly as you can do it, it can happen in a day. You're completely ignoring the fucking bullshit that you're seeing. And you're with your vision so much, okay? You're zeroed in. Everybody and their mother coming to you, and they're saying something else. And you're like, no, please, no. I've done this with lawyers. I've done this with different people. And they would literally would tell me, Anna, no, you don't understand, but you just don't understand. This is a disadvantageous situation, and do. And I'm like, you're full of it. The way, and I already shared this on my channel, the way I build the energy before manifestation is on another level. So I'm not even interested what this person has to say to me, because I already am in that reality. So for some time, allow this driftwood of something else just wash by you. Just don't worry about it. Just be in the flow of your energy. Like, yeah, this is going to work, this is going to work, this is going to work. Ketvi says, a shit show is still my show. It's okay, only temporary. Excuse me. Ketvi says, I'm in control, and this is the part of the unfolding and will serve me. Yes, this is the part of the unfolding. This is the part of the... Listen, if you, after this episode, whatever you're going through, I don't care what it is, you'll look back, I don't know, 5-10 years from now and be like, shit, holy shit bananas, this was the biggest blessing, but the biggest one. Without it, I would be nowhere. I'm thankful to this like shit show situation for bringing me here. Okay, so basically I wanted to give an example. This is what comes to mind. So when I was getting ready to come to United States, study here, work here, I came to my father for some money. And whatever, I had already paid some of it, but it was like really elaborate, like it's really intense, the medical exams, the this, the that, the visa, the dooba dooba doo, the college, blah blah blah. And I came to my father, not so much for authorization, because I was nearly 18, but kind of like I need some money kind of deal. And he wasn't he wasn't buying into this idea of me going off alone and doing all these things. And he was fighting me on it. And we had multiple conversations. And I would present to him the case and dooba 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 doo. And he'd be like, no, but it's a dangerous country and this and, what, all this bullshit. And after he exhausted all the arguments, okay, I was saying to him, you know what? I still am going. With or without your blessing, I'm still going. I just need the fucking money. Okay? And quite frankly, I'm your daughter. Okay? And so, dooba dooba doo. But basically, he saw that nothing was swaying me. And eventually, he gave me the money. This is how you're going to have to be with your manifestations. When the old voices of doom come up and tell you all the reasons why this is not going to work, and dooba 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 doo, you're going to get your way anyway. You're going to get your way anyway. If your heart is passionate about this outcome and no other fucking outcome, that you're not even entertaining another outcome. If you're entertaining it, forget it. Entertaining another outcome, meaning like a failure outcome, forget it. But if you're not even entertaining it, you're like, I am the queen or the king of my kingdom, and what I wrote down, what I decided, I'm going to fucking do it. It's just a determination, a resolve within you that has to be like, no, I'm fucking super glued to my manifestation. All right. And nobody's going to talk me out of it. And don't you know, my father, once I got here, he was still fucking, trying to sell me that this is a dangerous country. First of all, what is not a dangerous country? Like, seriously, though, like, if you really look for it hard enough, you'll find it everywhere. Stupid shit like that. And he was still trying to sell me this bullshit that all of this was dangerous. All of this was against, some kind of whatever ideal. And I don't know what the fuck he was, he was just, I understand where it came from, but it was kind of like redundant and obnoxious. And I still was like, and after a while, I just stopped talking. I stopped talking to my dad for some time. It did happen for a few years because I just couldn't take, I just completely tuned out. But you know what? That really fucking helped me. Not for nothing. I didn't really like enjoy it, not having, him on my journey, but he was just not coming on my journey. And I quite frankly didn't want to hear that shit. And so what did I do? I focused on my dream. And that's why it fucking created like so much success for myself, because I wasn't paying attention. He's still talking this way, but I'm not gonna fucking live any other different way. He still thinks that my life is a joke, and none of this is gonna change because, I chose to be an artist, and God forbid he's gonna find out I'm a coach. He's gonna completely like, lose it. He still thinks like, I should have been like a journalist and this and that, the good girl behind the desk, kind of like that. Oh, I escaped, seriously though. And so be this completely deliberate and stubborn like a motherfucking donkey. You'll always achieve it. It completely is within your potential. Hold on, let me read some comments. Katvi says, that's why I say if something major occurs and I want to calm myself. Yes, calming yourself and being like, it doesn't matter. Like sometimes, as an example, okay, listen, let me preface this with the tarot readers and this and that. Let me say it like this. I know there's some good ones, okay? because, and it's the same reason why there's some good coaches and some really disastrous coaches, not so great coaches at all. It all is coming from the person, the kind of energy that's coming through. Like, many different people could be talking about the same thing, but you could see the energy is different. Okay, so let's just say people come to me in my coaching and they say, oh, I saw this tarot reading, and then I saw that tarot reading, and then this happened. So even paying attention to tarot readings that are in opposition of what you want, or getting a sign that's in opposition of what you want, you have the permission to ignore that. You have complete permission and just say, this is not about me. This is not for me. What's wrong with that? You have to fucking accept everything like a garbage? No. You can be selective. No, this is not for me. This is for me. And what will happen if you're into tarot and if you're into science, I have my own ideas about it, because basically what you're thinking about and what you're energetically vibrating as will translate in that reading. You already know what the fuck the reading is going to be, kind of deal. Okay? Now, when I'm mentioning tarot readers, they could be beneficial if they're benevolently positioned. Then they can tell you something encouraging and maybe set you on the right track. Okay? But even then, you know what I mean? Just be mindful of what is for you. Is this for you? You have the chance to decide. And in each moment, whatever information comes in, don't just accept it. But this is what people do with beliefs, with their beliefs. Let's just say right here, right now, probably people are listening to me, and some of them it's sinking in, and some of them not so much, right? And so that's what it is. If you're in concert with something that's coming in, you're going to be more and more in concert, meaning if it's in concert with what it is you want and it's coming in, understand that it's by choice and you can make that choice every single day. And if something is coming in towards you that is not for you, just ignore it and you'll see less and less of it. Okay, and that you will feel suddenly all the tarot readings are for you and they're all happy and this and that. All the, signs are, for you and what you want. It's magic what happens. Just because you said, no, darlings, everybody, listen up. Universe, listen up. This is how it's going to go from here on and no other way. And that is your complete power to make that decision. Katvi goes, yep, just gives you an energy check before it pops in the 3D. Exactly. Yeah, she's talking about tarots. Aren't you, Katvi? Up to the person to accept it. Yeah, I think Katvi is into tarot. Excuse me. By the way, if I make noises when I'm recording, I do sincerely apologize. I drink a lot of lemon juice, lemon water, and sometimes it, anyway, just something that came to mind the other day when I was re-listening. So the name of the game is decision, intensity, and focus. So can you focus? Can you focus? Can you be this deliberate? Can you be this? Can you love yourself so much upon insisting like, hey, motherfuckers, this is how it's gonna go from now on. I've had enough of this bullshit. You have to get the reins of your life back into your hands. If you're gonna sit there and do nothing about it, guess what? More of nothing is coming. Okay? If you decide just today, and I hope I inspire the shit out of you today, because this is what's possible for you. You change your mind for 1 second and see how it feels to be in that reality. And if you insist on it, on being like this and like this and like that, and suddenly feeling into it and noticing how empowering this feels, that is a reality that is existing somewhere, and you can bring it here if you wanted to. Just by accepting this as your reality, that is the only fucking reality that is acceptable. Are you going to a restaurant and the waiter is just allowed to bring you whatever? No. You pick from the menu. If it's a nice restaurant, especially. Anyway, sorry, 1 second. I apologize. You tell the waiter what you're going to accept as an acceptable meal because you're going to pay for it. You're going to pay for it with your time, with your energy, with, and that's everything. Your time and energy is everything that you have. Okay, much energy, way more than time, I would say. But even the time that you spend experiencing something you don't want is time wasted. Okay, excuse me. Something says yes. You literally can shift realities deliberately. If you do it deliberately, if you start remembering, okay, when was a time, okay, when I experienced something similar to what I want to have happened. And if you've never experienced that, you're going to have to use imagination. But out of your imagination, so start maybe small things and then build it up to something bigger. But out of your imagination will come out this reality that will fucking scare you how exact it is. Okay? Fucking scare you. All right? So I'll give you another example because I know you like guys like that. Yara, I'm going to answer it in just a second so I don't forget. I already spoke about it, but I'm going to give this example because I know a lot more people are here and this and that. I was part of a lawsuit one time that was dragging on for years, all right? For years and years and years. And my lawyers, the drama queens, totally no, Anna, this is not advantageous, all the drama bullshit. Not realizing I already decided years ahead, years prior, I should say, what it's gonna be, how it's gonna be, and this and that. So I wasn't, going to whatever, start to negotiate with them and this and that. They told me their prognosis. I completely ignored it. And it was changed in one day. In one day. We were gonna settle. Actually, sorry, we were going to go to trial. This is the real story. We were going to go to trial. And the trial is you're going to have to do these, financial transactions, with the short period of time. But because, meaning the settlement, meaning the agreement of the settlement won't be a settlement, it will be something from the court. But because, and it would be maybe advantageous, maybe not advantageous to me. So because though their lawyer, the counterpart, made a huge mistake, they would need to refile the whole fucking case. I was in the power position now to demand what I wanted to demand. And so what they told me was complete bullshit, because an hour later they telephoned me and they said, oh, change of plan. Now you're in power. You're in position. I was like, holy shit, bananas. Let's go, guys. Let's go. I told you. I said to my lawyer, I told you this was going to go my way. And she's like, whatever. She's not into metaphysics. Anyway, that was completely by design, completely by my decision, completely disregarding what my lawyer, even though I know she wanted the best for me, was saying to me. I already had my imagination. I already had my decisions that I've been focusing on for I don't know how many years, like I said, and I knew exactly the outcome that was going to happen, and I got exactly what I wanted. I got exactly what I wanted. It was a huge deal that I did also. Okay, so this is how you can affect reality on a singular day. Okay, let's go to Yara. Yara says, Anna, I'm revising some things and I started to feel better and also a little ridiculous at the same time. Is that okay? See, that's the thing. What is ridiculous to another person may not be ridiculous to you. Why is it ridiculous? If you're saying it's ridiculous, maybe you feel some type of way about it. But I don't care. For me, I don't care. It could be ridiculous for whoever. This is why you shouldn't share your ambitions with people, not even the people who mean well, because they may not be, their consciousness is not on the level. There's some people that are not consciously on the level to understand what the fuck you're doing and how you're doing, how easy all of that is. She says, Yara says, I never experienced that before. Nobody cares. I've never been to America, okay, before I was 17. So what? but everybody told me how difficult it was going to be and how impossible it is to even get here and do. And in 1 year and out the other, it went. And I was just like, no, I love this country. I want to be an American. Eventually, I became one. And sorry, there's a fly there. I really like believe like I'm already there. What's the problem? Why are you telling me this kind of deal? So use your imagination, use movies. I was, there was a friend of mine at the time that just visited and came back for the summer. And I like interviewed him for hours, like, what is it like? Do. All of this gave me inspiration and gave me this confidence of like, oh, and how I manifested the student program that basically came on the radio. That's a whole other situation, because it is so difficult to come here from that part of the world. I don't know, whatever, at that time. I just, after talking with that friend, actually, we're not friends anymore. I don't know, like 6 months later or something, 7 months later, I intended it, essentially. I was like, you know what? I want to go too. But I want to go, long term. And I want to study, and I did want to make up my mind. Like, I knew that it wasn't going to be easy, but I just knew that, like, I have to. I've been having these dreams since like 12 that, I'm going to be here and this and that. And the thing came on the radio. And, back then, for those of you who are like in your 20s, you don't know what that's like, but it was literally like the ad came on exactly for what I wanted. And I had like, I don't know, like a minute to write it out. Like I memorized it, before I ran for the pen. And I wrote it down, like the phone number that I had to call to whatever, get some information, this and that. And within, let me see, let's just say that was in March. In October, I was in the United States. Okay? So there you go. So it's possible. Hold on 1 second. Cat V. Like my son's father and his diagnosis, he's already in a position where they didn't think he would be in recovery. At the initial diagnosis 6 months ago, I didn't accept it. Yeah, exactly. Don't accept it as a final result. Yara, which, what Neville was teaching. Yara, Ketvi, I am keeping him in remission in my, and knowing. I'm calming him in times when he doesn't get the best news, then gets good news following week or next round of test. I say, I told you. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I've had a lot of people with like things like that in my coaching. Not for nothing though, but within my coaching, they heal. And they get the results that they want. I don't know. But again, see, like I can't take credit for it because I can influence a person best I can with my coaching, with my advice, etc. But is the person going to take it? Is the person going to keep it? And is the person going to be disciplined enough themselves? I'm not a believer in manifesting for other people. I'm not. I can manifest things for me to see different versions of people, but I feel like it's your responsibility to do that. And I ultimately don't want you to need me for every single fucking thing. I want you to realize your power. You could be, just as powerful, if not more powerful in your life. Because this desire of yours intimately. You're more powerful that way. Okay, Yara goes, okay, I'm making that more normal for me by revising that it always been like that. Yes, that's a powerful one, that it's always been like that. The version of me that experiences the best relationship like it's all I know. Yes. Bravissima. Yes, very good. Always been like that. Yeah, what are you talking about? Always been like that. Always been like that. You can live several lives within this one life. You don't owe anybody a fucking explanation why you're different now, why you choosing to think different, why you want to do this, why you want to do that. Like that's all my parents fucking did. Why do you have to be different? Why do you have to dress like that? Because this is who the fuck I am, okay? This is what the fuck I want to do. So I had this in my childhood, like total like rebellion and standing up for myself. Maybe and you need to acquire the same, like rebellion in a very creative way, not in a destructive way, but in a very creative way where you just like, I'm gonna go all out. All right. I'm gonna go all out. Watch out. And create unprecedented magic for myself. Why? Because I fucking want to. Ketvi, I am helping. Wait. Okay, Ketvi, I'm helping him with his mindset so he can help himself. Yeah, that's the best thing you can do for anybody, and it's like really, what I do is so fucking fulfilling. I can't tell you enough. Like hearing stories of my clients, and this is why I want to share also, this is why I'm asking who wants to share their experience with me, so that you can inspire others that it's possible. Because some things I hear in my coaching, I'm like, fuck. That's amazing. Like I know I'm good, but you know what I mean? So then it depends also on the client, that I want to stress that they are fully in tune, like with what I'm talking about, that they understand it's that easy. There's no need to overcomplicate things that are not complicated, okay? That's another thing that people love to overcomplicate shit. Really, really do. Most of your time should be spent thinking about what else you want to create in life and how you want to spend your time and money and this and that. Overcomplicating things is not for you. The people that I've gotten to know on YouTube, they're lovely darlings. 99% of them, that is. Oh my God. Are fucking amazing. It's not for you. No, when I say fucking amazing, I really mean fucking amazing. I really brag on my clients more than anything, to be completely honest. Okay. Yeah, you're welcome. It helps so much with my self-esteem and self-worth. Yeah. You know something? God gave you, if you want to speak in religious terms, God gave you a gift. Universe gave you a gift. You're alive, you're always going to be alive, like Bashar says. Take advantage of this time on earth to figure out how can you convince yourself that you're worth way more, because you fucking are. How you can adapt to this more than to any other drama panorama that you've had before, because this ultimate reality that you seek and that you want so much, that's the normal. That's why you want it so much. That's the normal. So the getting used to the new normal and claiming that as your fucking new normal, like that, like, hello, how are you, good morning, this is the new normal for me and no other normal. Do you know how powerful that shit is? You don't have to scream just like I raise my voice. You don't. Or you could. but but basically energetically doing, you see when I'm talking, like there's a lot of energy coming out of me. This is my decision. That when you're intentional like this, energetically, when you're like, I've had it, this is my decision. Oh, the universe listens. Universe pays attention like crazy to you. Okay. Let me read some comments. Yara says, I'm more positive. I'm not letting myself to create more shit in my life. Yeah. Listen, even if you create some shitty situation, which you could control the level to which it gets, right? Don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. It'll fix itself. You worry about yourself. It'll fix itself. No need to worry. You just do what you do internally. Marcos Santos. Oh, now you're gonna write in Spanish. I don't have a way to translate this here. Do you, Katvi? Because I speak some Spanish, but not to this degree. And if he doesn't speak English, how am I going to convey the answer? Sorry, can you speak English? Apologies. French I could handle. Italian I could handle. Spanish, unfortunately not. Yara. Feels like this is who I really am. Yes, this is who I am. Katvi, thank you. Yeah, Marcos, disculpa, no entiendo. No, it's not entiendo. No hablo español muy bien. There. I did okay. Oh, that's Portuguese? Oh, even worse. Forget it. I'm so sorry. I don't mean, Portuguese is a lovely language, don't get me wrong, but sounds like it's fucking difficult. Too difficult for me. Oh, I think. Yeah, well, one of those. Anyway, the discipline. It's about the discipline. Sometimes people in my coaching ask me, Anna, what is it really about? How can you really like manifest? Like, how can I manifest like you and things like that? Just discipline. Discipline your mind to only focus on the things for the majority of the time. I don't mean like 100% of the time. For the majority of the time, you're in your fantasy land of fairy tale land that you're creating. And it's only fairy tale land for the moment, because in the next, I don't know how long, it's going to become reality. Many things that I dreamt of, okay, long time ago, are here today. I'm the definition of like speaking it into existence, wishing it into existence, because I was just bold enough to be like, you know what would it be, what would it be like if that was to be true? And I just had no reservation, no, kind of like no energy that was contradicting it, because I was that passionate. No resistance whatsoever, just willing to go there with my imagination and start exploring what that would feel like. And you can do this on a daily basis. Now, again, you have to start with what's believable to you. And if you prove to yourself something very specific, okay, I'll give you a stupid example and then you'll understand. And I've given this example. And we've talked about feathers and this and that, the signs. Just the other day, I needed an answer, something with my business, blah, blah, blah. And now he's writing me more in this language of his that I don't understand. Okay, well, I'm sorry, but how can I do that? So I had a question for the universe that only the universe could deliver, all right? Because I had, whatever, I'm always working on some things. I have like 5 different businesses and this and that. And I wanted an answer for one of them. And I said, okay, if this is true, show me my sign. And I'm not going to say here what's my sign. I only discuss it in coaching if I feel comfortable with the person. I take my dog for a walk and I walk around the block. The sign is right there. And it's so specific that it could not be happenstance. And I haven't seen that sign in a very long period of time. Okay, so what I was thinking, what I was planning, in other words, to have come true in that situation will come true. And you know what? Yesterday it did. It just did. Okay. And again, people told me up and down the other side, I'm always kind of like negotiating and this and that. Told me no. It was a week of no. And then it was like, okay, fine. Okay, fine. You could have just said yes and we would have saved a week, but nevertheless. Okay, so, but you see, this is a small thing that you can do to prove to yourself that your power, a very specific sign, is very powerful to manifest. And then you can move on to bigger things, like make somebody say something. It's against their nature to talk like this, but they're talking like this. And then on and on you go. You can go bigger and bigger and bigger, changing somebody head to toe, completely changing the situation here and now. Okay, let's just say you have no money today. Okay, something, and we'll do money. Money, parenthesis here, is basically trusting the universe. I mean, it's all related, right? It's all trusting the universe, because you're trusting that your dreams will come true. But money, more so than anything, for me at the very least, the way that I feel about money, there's trust, there's stability, there's, I know what that's like, okay? Now, if you don't have that trust, you have to start developing it, right? Just like with the signs. Why did I mention money? Oh, let's just say you have no money today. How much money do you want to materialize in the next week? You should have that. You should have those decisions made, those specifics. They need to be like constantly in front of your eyes. And I coach people how to zero in on it, how to do all these things on a weekly basis. Okay, and I'm not giving it up here. But there's constant decision making that needs to happen. So let's just say you decided today to materialize, I don't know, $50,000 or something like that, okay? And you have never materialized this money, but you're stubbornly insisting on this money to appear to you, and so much so that you're deciding what you're going to do with the money. I'm going to pay this, I'm going to buy myself this, I'm going to da-da-da-da, and this and that, okay? I mean, depending on, the kind of lifestyle you lead, maybe 50,000 is not a lot in your world, maybe it's 1,000,000, but whatever it happens to be, okay, you need to zero in on this money and don't change it every 5 fucking seconds, okay? Don't you, oh, maybe 60, oh, maybe 70, maybe 100. Make up your fucking mind, okay? And then zero in on this money and start making plans accordingly and start really, paying attention to the universe. What's coming in? What kind of signs am I getting? Maybe, I've told you about my story with the boots, okay? The boots that I saw in the street, and I just was thinking about it 2 days prior. Same deal. You don't even have to Google it. You don't have to make any inquiries. It will be right there for you. Some email will drop in. Somebody will call you. It's like a telepathic magic, okay? Because you're insisting on getting this money. You're insisting on, spending it on this and this and that, and you feel one with it. If you want to materialize anything, any kind of solution, and celebrate it now, you have to be one with it. You have to be the money. You have to be the relationship that is peaceful and stable. You have to be the solution. You have to be the answer. You have to embody this feeling of, I'm there now. And you can feel if you're not, right? But then understand you're not really doing anything wrong, but just step by step, little steps at a time, getting to this vibration of like, I'm the money. I'm the relationship, I'm everything. Okay, so now you know how to really just, expect it. You're expecting it. When you're like, I'm the money, you're expecting it. You're not like checking email, worrying, this and that. No, fuck all that. Who needs to do that shit? You're completely just expecting it because you said so. So this is the trust I'm speaking about, because if you don't have that trust, how the hell are you going to create anything? You have the counterpart on the other side, this invisible counterpart that loves you and adores you and fucking placed you here for this experiment. It wants you to succeed so fucking badly. Just allow yourself to be that person, whatever you want to do today. I'm in rare form today. So the discipline becomes the focus, the decision. If you want some steps, specifics, decision, focus, discipline, and then manifestation. And then you've got, all 5, I suppose. Any questions so far? You're welcome, Yara. Wow, I've been talking for an hour already. Oh, we said adios to Marco? Yeah. Oh, well. Any questions, darlings? Oh, there was something else I wanted to say. Sorry, let me let people ask me questions if they have. This is your opportunity to ask me anything you want, pertaining manifestation, obviously. Okay. As far as weight loss, I have, oh, you know something. You're on fire, so powerful. Thank you. Thank you very much. If you want to lose weight, this is what I've done recently, okay? Because I know my women, my people out there, they have this situation. And, I'm always in shape because I walk my dog and this and that, but I have 2 words for you. Pumpkin pie. Yeah. So I got heavy duty into pumpkin pie and I ended up gaining some weight and I wanted to lose some weight. Now what I did personally is, of course, I visualized my body before I did anything. And I did a couple of months of cleansing. Okay. What I refer to as cleansing is basically doing some colon cleansing. Okay. That's a must. Like for 2 months, I've done it. And then just redoing your diet in that if you can, okay, this is not an advice, this is what I did, Okay, you do what you want to do. If you can manage to have one meal a day and not make it a huge one, but something really healthy, you will lose a lot of fat because the fat gets burned up. And like within 10 days, no, sorry, within a week, I lost like 15 pounds. Okay. So, of course, it starts like meditation, cleansing, preparedness, but also it's, being like, you can't be eating pizza. In other words, you have to be eating healthy. Yeah, like in intermittent fasting, but only one meal a day. Like I have one meal a day, like I just had it actually around like lunchtime. And it's a pretty like sizable salad and this and that. It's not sizable, I shouldn't say, it's medium. Like, one salad, and then I'll have like some really like, oh my God, beautiful crackers, vegan crackers that I just found, and that's it. Okay. Oh, and an apple. And an apple. I have to have my apple or some other fruit. That's it. And a couple of days I felt like shit. Where's all the other food? But then I just, I feel okay, and I'm gonna do it for a couple of, I don't know, for a couple of weeks because I'm enjoying it. I feel like my body is having a break from all the food and this and that. So you could try that. But again, you can't eat pizza and burgers when you're doing that, because you need to be kind of like considerate towards your body, what you're giving it after not eating for like, I don't know, 15 hours or something. So that's something I definitely experienced, and I thought it was going to be harder, but it isn't. Anyway, but even in terms of your body, even in terms of your health, etc., the same formula applies that I gave you today. You need to be specific. Everything is changeable. Remember, there's always another parallel reality that, sorry, 1 second, I'm going to read that comment. There's always another parallel reality that is already that. In other words, you're never living in the same reality second to second. It's really spooky when you really download that, guys. Like, it's gonna help you so much. It's gonna help you understand that what was a second ago is no more. Right now is my choice to be in another reality. So what I think I am is in fact completely up to interpretation. And you can always, in this gentle way and in this way, in this understanding, you can like top yourself and quadruple yourself in that, becoming like a better version of yourself each time, because again, you owe no fucking explanation to anybody to become a different person that now experiences this kind of reality and no other reality, this kind of solution and no other drama, trauma, panorama. And you have to be really deliberate about it. Charles Lima says you are annoyingly good looking. Thank you. So funny. Annoyingly. Okay. That's flattering. Any questions, guys? Or we're going to wrap it up. So, like I said, if you want to be in coaching with me, understand we're really working coaching. Now, this is not a marathon, but you're really going to have to confront your demons and be open and honest, okay? About what you're really feeling. You're doing it entirely for yourself. Everything is confidential in my coaching unless there becomes a problem of, kind of like you becoming a threat to me or becoming a threat to somebody else. I didn't have to deal with any of that except for one case, and you all know what that is. So everything is confidential, and what I feel like you have to understand is that you yourself have to want to open up that door for yourself to be comfortable with yourself. And whoever is the coach that resonates with you the most and is compatible with you the most, then go to that coach and do that fucking work. But do it in earnest. Don't just stop in the middle and this and that when it gets tough. No, just, you gotta do that. You owe this to yourself after living in dysfunction for like God knows how many years. And I offer that in my coaching. Like I said, we meet 3 times a week. 2 to 3 months is what I really recommend. You will thank me later. I promise you. And for those who are not available 3 times a week, I have a new package called On the Go. Understand 12 sessions in the signature versus 7 sessions in On the Go. It's a big difference. Okay, 5 sessions is a big difference. You know something says, I don't know how you do it, but every time I hear you speak, I am full of power and energy. That's so sweet. Thank you for being a guide and light in my life. Oh, okay, I'm gonna take a screenshot. That's so cute. That's so cute. Thank you so much. I don't know your real name, but thank you very much. That's so sweet. I'm going. I'm going to listen to this message every day all week. Okay. So sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you. Ketvi, I said that to her earlier. Yes, you did. Well, make it public, guys. Seriously. Show your coach some love. And like I said, you don't have to have been in my coaching. You could just been on my channel. Ketvi goes, her energy is a boost. Hey, listen, I'm so fucking happy that you think that. I really am. That's my purpose here. Okay, so really, you don't know what that means to me. Really, it just you don't understand. I might start crying. Anyway, so all the information from me is below. Thank you so much, everybody. Today was something special, some kind of magical energy here today. If you have any questions, email me directly. And until next Saturday, don't forget, next Saturday, Kat, V, and I go live together. It's going to be something else with something else. So make sure you subscribe if you're new and hit the bell for notification so that you can witness it. It's going to be one not to be missed. I've never done this before with anybody, so it's going to be fantastic. Thank you so much. Have a fabulous weekend. Until next time. Ciao, ciao. Mwah.